you watching, and if you subscribe to coolmom.com. Okay. So anyway, sorry, I'm trying to do this and see if my son needs a ride home from school. All right. So listen, I haven't posted in a while, and I haven't posted for a really good reason. And that's because the real cool mom, not me, my mom, has passed. She was in her 90s. I'm super, super, super lucky to have had her as long as I've had. Nothing was left unsaid. I loved her totally, and vice versa, and we communicated that. And even though she was at advanced age, I'm still sort of in shock because she was so strong, and I think she wanted to make it to 100. Early May, she had a fall and went into the hospital, and then there was various little, not so little and not little things that would come up, and she would get past it, and I was trying to arrange for her to come home and, get additional care and so forth. And then one day her breathing changed. So 3 weeks ago today, my mom passed. And I was holding her. And I'm sure there's many people out there who've also lost a parent. And I'm lucky, my kids lost their dad when they were kids. I'm a grown-up adult. And I got to have my mom this long. So but it's hard. It's obviously hard. It's disorienting, and you always want your mom. My dad's been gone 15 years. I still think about him, talking in my head all the time. I expect other people do as well. You carry forth, but there's always just that thing. But I will say one thing, each grief has its own special sauce. And when my husband passed almost 4 years ago, we were not in a good place. So that made for a more fraught, complicated grief in some ways, and very devastating in terms of my day-to-day life. I do feel, because I was also taking care of my mom part of the week, I feel like I just got fired from a part-time job. People said, are you traveling this summer? And I was like, no, I'm not traveling this summer because I thought I was taking care of my mom this summer, So it's just like this whole equilibrium. And of course there's always the who loves you like your mom? Who's going to look at my little hand and go, oh, your little hand, I remember your hand when you were little. No one. Not now. So anyway, it's why I haven't made a video in a while, but I wanted to do something and connect with you all because I know I'm not the only grown-up adult who's lost their parent, lost their mom, and feels bad about that, and is now an orphan. So I wanted to check in with you guys. What are you doing? Hi, Sky. Hello. I'm kind of talking about why I haven't posted any videos in a while. It's because my mother passed 3 weeks ago today. The original cool mom, the real cool mom. I am but a pretender. Ledger, I'm battling cancer right now, and I'm finding somebody to see if they're up to say, hey, Ledger, and good luck with that. I hope you are able to get past that, because that can happen. Are you a model? Yeah, I'd be a Golden Girls model. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Oh, thank you, Mitch. Oh, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. You have been a very loyal commentator, and I really appreciate that. I really do. So for those of you who don't know, I started Cool Mom pre-YouTube. It was my idea in 2007 when I had one baby, and I was doing stand-up, and I thought, what am I doing in the back of this stand-up club? I could be with this gift from God, but at the same time, I wanted to connect with other moms, and I thought there must be other moms that wanted to, and the only things I could find online were like how to find the right diaper and that kind of stuff. But I wanted some sarcastic, some real talk, some, in the trenches. And I networked my way into a company that no longer exists, but it was called Deca, and we started coolmom.com. It was the first comedic mom vlog. And then we also started one that was even more popular called Momversation, where it was me and other mom vloggers talking via video about different subjects. And it was so funny because it was before Skype, before Zoom, and I would get a recording device where I would watch the video of another mom about a certain subject, and then I would respond on mine, and then I had to mail the camera, or they would come and pick it up. We just had to pretend as if we were talking in real time, but you couldn't talk in real time. the way you do now in just a few years. Yeah, thank you for that. So the other thing I wanted to say and get on here is I'm in Los Angeles, and I posted some stuff. Gosh, I guess on TikTok and Instagram. I should post it here. Anyway, the upshot is LA is not under siege. It's never been under siege. It's social media, mainstream media, all of it showing the same part of downtown LA. And the rest of Los Angeles, I'm driving all over. I mean, there's actually even less traffic than normal. So this idea of Trump saying, like, you know, city's on fire, city's full of trash. And I'm like, no, it's this one area. Now, on the other side of it, I'm furious with the a-hole protesters who burn Waymos and vandalize and loot, and they are not social justice warriors, and they are not thinking about if they really wanted to help and support undocumented people, they wouldn't be doing that stuff, because that just makes the cause of rights for undocumented people bad. So that is not helpful. Not helpful. I don't think waving the Mexican flag is helpful. I don't get it. I don't go to Portugal and wave my American flag. I don't get that. So I think it's really good that Mayor Bass did a curfew. Probably should have done it earlier. And now there's no looting. And Trump's still doing a lot of insane federal overreach. So this is my check-in. I hope you're all well. If you have any questions about motherhood, widowhood, losing your mom, Los Angeles, let me know. People coming in here. Hi, Emma. How are you? Mitch, rule of law is a punchline for both sides. That's it. I thought you were going to say punchline. Rule applies at 3, because in comedy we always talk about 3. What do you mean rule of law is a punchline for both sides? I guess because, I mean, yes, that's a term people could use. I mean, the thing is that there's also that inherent contradiction of, like, oh, Trump is saying, you know, you can't assault police officers unless you're part of the January 6th protest. Yeah, then it's okay. Then you give him a pardon. I think that it's you know, I don't think we personally, I don't really get the whole ICE raid thing. I think that they can target people who they know who are criminals and so forth. Otherwise, what do I care if the guy at Home Depot is looking for handiwork? What does Stephen Miller care? Anyway, so that's about it for today. But I just wanted to check in and thank the few people who are still following me when I haven't posted a video in several weeks. I hope you're well. Take care, everybody. Bye.